What's poppin', my lyrical heads? Welcome to another episode of Lyrical Minds. My name is Eve. Today, I get to chop it up with Vic Smith. What's
Hey
poppin', my guy?
yo, what's going on? You was cracking? How you feeling, G?
Man, I'm living my best life over here in Colorado. The weather's nice. I went on a nice little walk early
Beautiful
this
fucking
morning,
state.
and
Beautiful
it's
state.
Sunday, so it's football going on.
Yes,
So I gotta love it.
sir.
How
Yeah, I'm
about
here
you,
to
man?
say. Hey man, I'm good. Just as you told me a little earlier, Lions was up 22-0. So I'm excited today. I'm having a good day, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? A Lions W is always a good day for me.
Got you. All right. So how did you become a Lions fan? I'm curious.
Actually, I'm originally from Saginaw, Michigan. I moved to
Okay.
Vegas when I was like 8 or 9, and then like every summer I went back for the whole summer to like Michigan for like 10, 12 years straight. So basically, man, I claim Vegas and I claim Michigan. I'm from both. I don't really claim the Raiders though, because that's weird.
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. They're new to the state, so it's definitely
You
different.
know, I mean, it's dope because Vegas got a sports team, but like I was already a Lions fan. That blood is already in me. So
I got you. I feel that. So what made you decide, to go into the music industry, pursue a career in music?
um, I was like 12 or like 13, maybe. No, definitely 12. When I saw my
Hmm.
cousins like rapping one day and grew up. We always used to like perform for family members. Like I was always into music. So we'd like watch the Temptations and then imitate what they do for like our family members and stuff when it was groups of family members coming over and whatnot. So I've always been a
Hmm.
performer in a sense and I've always loved music. But I've never thought to like put two and two together and perform my own music until I was like 12 when I saw my cousins writing. And I was like,
Right.
yo, light bulb clicked in my head. It was like, damn, like I can do this. And
Right.
literally from that point on, I did not stop. Like I haven't stopped writing since that day. And I don't know, something I noticed about myself was like if I love it this much, like I have to do it for the rest of my life, or like I have to do it for a living.
I
Like I
get
have to
that.
be involved in this somehow, some way. And even if I've tried to give it up because the journey has been hard, like my spirit just it won't let me. It won't. It won't. So that's why and how I'm into the music industry.
That's good, man. If you do what you love, man, you got to work hard to pretty
Most
much reach your
definitely.
goals. So I get it too, man. I truly get it. So you're also a producer, correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you produce your own stuff?
A lot of times I do. Well, I don't want to. Let me take that back. I do produce a lot of my own stuff, but I do work with my guy Miles Martin, Miles Noise
Okay.
Martin. He's a producer out here in Vegas and a record label owner. And dude is just I consider him music's baby. Like the dude can play so many instruments. Like he anything that he plays ever just sounds good. So like a lot of times, depending on what element I want in my production, like I'll go
Right.
to him or we'll just come together and like we speak the same language. So for us, it's just like we came together with this group called Black Gemini. So the song is either
Okay.
produced by me solely, Noise solely, or us together. But 9 times out of 10, it's coming from like those three factions.
Got you. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. So how did you learn to produce, mix and master? How did you learn to do that?
Self-taught, man. I just dived in. I was like, all right, this is what I
Okay.
got to do. Let me do it. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew what sounded good. So I would just
Right.
throw a bunch of stuff together that sounded good, and then I would learn through like repetition.
Okay.
It wasn't until like honestly 2 or 3 years ago that I started really diving deep into like the teachings of music theory or mixing and mastering. Because as far as I know, I was just messing with stuff. I didn't really
Right.
understand the terminology or have a formula. And it just got to the point where a lot of cats in my eyes are like so much like better than me at certain things. And I'm like, why
Right.
is that? And it's like you can only go so far with like raw talent. You still have to know what it is you're
True.
doing. So a couple of years ago, like I really turned that mark and started diving deep into all right, what are the details? What exactly am I doing? What does this mean? How does it sound? And things like that. So it's actually been like a crazy transformation. I think it's made my confidence in the music so much more better. I can't wait to drop new music.
Got you. How would you describe your music?
Hmm. It's interesting because it's not fair to the audience, to y'all, because I make music all the time, every day. I have so many songs on my computer, so many skeletons that
Right.
go from so many different ranges. Like I love hip hop, I love to rap, but like I'll make anything. The only thing I haven't made is a country song, or maybe like a actually no, I've rapped over a drill type beat actually. So that's probably the only thing I haven't done. I just haven't
Right.
released it. So like to the world, what they know my music as, I would probably say if you like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, YB and Cordae, maybe
Right.
like Fonte, Childish Gambino, if you like that type of music, definitely come around my way. You'll find something that you like. But if I could describe my music, I couldn't describe my music because it's literally everywhere. And I do plan
Got it.
on letting the world hear all those different sides of me. I'm just trying to figure out a dope way to do it so it just doesn't come out as like a huge mess. But then again, who knows? That might work out too. So we'll see.
Right. Right. So I know you do a lot of touring. You've been doing a lot of touring this year, and
Whew.
I've never asked this question, but I've always been curious about it, man. How is that touring life?
It's interesting because it's not like a traditional tour to where like it's one city and then 2 days later it's another city in the same
Right.
state. Like we've been fortunate to have a good amount of time in between shows. So if it's not 2 weeks, then the show is probably a month out. So we haven't really gotten the feeling for maybe one or two more cities than truly being on a
Right.
tour like that. But from what I have experienced, it's still exhausting, man. Even if it's just once a month, or if you're doing it 2 weeks later, like you gotta. It's just so much you gotta prepare for, and just so much you gotta do. And it, don't get me wrong, I love traveling, and it's so beautiful being in different
Right.
cities and some some people not knowing who you are. So like the difference is we go to
Hmm.
certain spots and some people know who we are, and then some spots it's like people have no idea who you are. So it's the ultimate challenge. It's not
Right.
like I have a room full of people where it's solely, Vic Smith. Here in Vegas, I have that a lot. But like outside of that, we're gaining that attention. So all these people are like, okay, who are you? Give me a reason to like you. So the
Yeah.
pressure is different. Like you gotta come with it. You can't be half stepping that day or you're basically done for. So in that sense, it's made me more confident as a performer and in my music because I'm like, brother, I have no idea who you are, and you're coming to
Right.
me backstage telling me that you're mad I didn't do another verse. What? You have no reason to, you know what I'm saying? Like you have no reason to come up
Right.
to me and be like, who's somebody pay you to do that? Who? Nobody on my side. Like, so it's
Right.
just that right there, instances like that just makes it all worth it. I'm like, if I can get one person to do it, I
Hmm.
wonder if I can get more people to do it. And it just makes me dive deeper into the music. And it's like, bro, the more I do this, the more
Hmm.
money I make, the more freedom I have. And on top of that, like I get to travel and fall in love with places like Seattle, Santa Barbara, New York, Denver.
Right.
Colorado's an incredible state, man. I call it a super state. Like I want property in that goddamn state so bad, and now I want it more
Right.
because it's like y'all fuck with my music. So yeah, let's go.
I feel like, yeah, man. When I moved to Colorado, I was definitely hesitant. My only issue about Colorado is there's just not a lot of diversity. Well, at least here in the Springs, there's not a lot of diversity, but hella
Okay,
dope. Weed is legal, so I fucks with it.
right.
And they have beautiful views of mountains. I love it when it snows. I just don't like shoveling my driveway. It's the
Yeah,
only
no,
thing.
that's the sucky part. That's the sucky part. Yeah, yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, man. And so I know your team pretty much just came out with the Full Circle Event Center,
Uh
right?
huh. Yep.
Yeah. So how did that come about and how did that feel for you and your team to reach that milestone?
Um, it was pretty dope because
Yeah, y'all got an epic picture too together that night.
yeah, it was. That night was kismet, and from what I've been told, kismet means destiny. But like it just the way that it all happened was crazy, and it's crazy because shout out to Noise. Like one thing about me and Noise is that we're always like looking to like whether it's business wise or musically like improve on something. Like we're both
Right.
looking to build a dope brand, but like especially Noise. So shout out to him. But like he was just we just going around making music, networking, just giving it our all, and excuse me, an investor came in And we started working some things out. And next thing you know, boom, we got the Full Circle Event Center. And the thing is we felt comfortable making that move because of these shows and the tours, because of these shows in
Right.
Vegas, you know, going out to LA and people showing us mad love, going to Denver and whatnot. And it just made sense because now we can throw events of our own in that center, but we can use it as a platform for other people. Like there's people that, you know, want to throw, you know, healing events there. So it's not like just your
Okay.
traditional space. Like a lot of people that we know and artists, they're very unique and they're very dope and they're just trying to bring like a new breath of fresh air to the world. And
Hmm.
I think that's what's dope. And we're allowing that platform and everything to just build up because we really are about community. Is as dope as Vegas is, we feel like it lacks in the art department and the culture, and
Right.
also there's not a big light shined on it either. So we're just trying to
True.
not remedy it, but do what we can in that situation because we're a part of that because it helped us become who we are. So it's a blessing, man, and we're excited, and it just gives us so much more freedom to just do everything that we wanted.
Definitely, man. It sounds like you're trying to you and your team trying to bring more unity within
Most
pretty much
definitely.
Las Vegas. And Las Vegas, I've said this multiple times, gets slept on. There's a lot of talent coming out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, man, especially the last 2 years, man. It's like as soon as we got the Raiders, man, just like Chicago,
Yep.
Atlanta, New York. I mean, cats with so much talent that could blow up in those cities are coming to
Hmm.
Vegas. And it's like,
Yep.
okay, even like Cincinnati, like Chris Crooks, like Chris is cold. Here he is in Vegas. So it's just like, of course he's gonna claim Cincinnati. That's his spot. But having him here in Vegas, like that matters. You know, having a Miles Low
It
here in
does.
Vegas, that matters. You know, produced by Quick. Like, and forgive me if I'm forgetting any artists out there. I don't, you know, don't take it personal. But like Doogie Brown, or even
Right.
coming out from New York, like again, Miles Low. He's from Vegas, but he's been in LA. He's been moving like T-Rat. Like
Right.
it's crazy how much energy is being brought to the city. And I've been telling cats for years, I'm like, bro, it's a it's a carbonated bottle and the top is just fizzling, dog. I'm like, I'm telling you, that shit is about to pop. I
Yeah,
promise
it
you. And
is.
when it pops, like you want to be at least working. You ain't gotta be at the tippy top, but you want to be at least working. You want to have some
Right.
momentum. You want to be doing something because when it pop off, it's gonna be a lot of abundance out here for the individuals that were putting in that work. If you weren't
Facts.
putting in work, I do not know what to tell you. Go put in some work. But other than that, if you've been putting in the work, you will be rewarded accordingly. That's just
Yeah, man.
a feeling that I get. It's not fact, but I just get this feeling. That's what it's like. That's what it's
No, I
going to
feel
be.
like it's gonna happen definitely in Vegas. Um, it just takes time, and yeah, you just gotta grind it to
Facts,
reach
man.
that, man. If you're not grinding, that one day you might not grind is that one day that you needed to
You
make
know,
it.
for real, like, dang, I'm gonna not go to that show tonight just because, like, I can see if you having some mental or physical issues, but if you lack
That's a little
intellect,
different.
and it's like you probably missed out. I've done that before. I missed out. Oh, such and such was there last night, and it was like,
Exactly.
are you serious? It's like, all right, dog. I mean, obviously, I guess it was supposed to happen, but it's like, man, if I just gave it that one last run, that one last push, like that, I would have
Exactly.
been that much closer.
Exactly. So the people out there definitely keep grinding to reach your dreams.
Most
Um,
definitely.
another question, man, is what
Mhm.
is the biggest lesson you learned in the music industry?
The biggest lesson I learned in the music industry is that I needed to be, and I was taught that I wanted to be in control of my entire destiny when it comes to it. Just reading stuff on like Jay-Z and how him and
Right.
Dame started Rockefeller, or just looking at Meg Thee Stallion and her situation with the record label, and it's like
Hmm.
those are two examples of what I want and what I don't want to be, you know.
Makes
And
sense.
like for me, it's just being independent, understanding, and not necessarily controlling every single thing, but having an eye on everything, understanding, you know, where your money is going to go,
Right.
understanding what promotions does for you, understanding what merch does for you, understanding what touring does for you. It's the business side that a lot of people sleep on. And even some people like dip their toes and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. And it's like, nah, bro, you need to dive deeper because
Big facts.
when you're a music artist, Jay-Z said it, like everybody said it, like it's common knowledge now. Like you are a business and you
Hmm.
cannot forget that. You are
Exactly.
legitimately a business. Like your
I'm not a
shit
businessman.
matters.
I'm the business man.
Literally, and you have to, as an artist, you have to generate your income. People aren't just going to flock to you because no, you have to do something. You have to put in the work. You have to build the foundation. Like they say, build it and they will come. It's like you have to build it. You got to put in that work, but you also have to understand why you're putting in that work and what are your intentions for putting in that work instead of just
Hmm.
aimlessly going out there and just doing stuff. Yeah, in the beginning, like it's a little different because you're just learning, but like just pay attention. For me, that's like the biggest thing I've learned is just like as talented as I feel like I may be, or I can hone down at any point in time and start getting better at my craft just by practicing repetition every day. It's like all of that is dope,
Got
but
it.
like if I don't have my business mind set up, if I don't have a system set
Hmm.
up for myself, or if I don't have a person that I trust with my whole heart and soul that has a system or that's helping me, then it's just like
Yeah.
it's not going to work. You're going to be 45, talented as hell, with
Right.
just that 45 and talented as hell.
As
And
hell.
it's just taught me I need to pay more attention to the other side.
Oh, okay. That totally makes sense, man. Trust me. There's a lot of people who are very talented, but they don't know that business side, and that business side stunts them in pretty much growing their brand.
Yeah,
And they don't even think about it as themselves as a brand. It's just like I'm dope. I can rap. I'm going to get the audience. I'm getting get the views, and it's just not that simple. Especially
no.
nowadays, there's so much you can do nowadays, man. That to get your name out there with internet, with social media.
Yeah, pay attention more to your resources too. That's what it's taught me, like for sure. It's just so much just on a side of just being accountable again, just for yourself. Like you said, there's so many different resources. There's so many different ways you can do things that like
Yeah,
there's no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever.
definitely not, man. So, what are your thoughts on the state of hip hop right now?
It's funny. I just talked to my girl about that this morning, and I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
"Yo, so follow me. This is gonna be a hot take. This
Okay,
is an
go ahead.
this is an interesting theory." Now, I saw today that Sugar Hill Gangs, the hip hop, hip you to the hip, they're like the first hip
Don't
hop
stop.
song ever. That was 43 years ago, right?
God damn.
Now, I googled before I say that, can we both agree that for the most part, hip hop is masculine?
Yes,
Like
definitely.
98% masculine. Don't get me wrong, like Rhapsody's hard and Meg and Nicki, like they have power. Lauren Hill, like they
Definitely.
still who they are, but for the most part, like hip hop is a
It's male
masculine sport.
dominant.
Yeah, there we
Definitely.
go. And I thought about that and I was like, huh. And I Googled it just randomly and I was like, at what age do men emotionally fully mature? And it was like 43 years old. And I was like, damn, that's interesting. I was like, that's
Right.
probably why in hip hop people sometimes need so much healing or why we go through certain things because hip hop itself is a reflection of its people. And
Correct.
if it's male dominant and we're just now getting to the point of fully maturing, then it's like, how long is it going to take for, like, for example, the state of hip hop, all these artists dying and just certain decisions that are being made and just things like that? Like, we're just getting to the point where and it's crazy. I just thought about it this morning, so I don't have it all thought out. But it's just like
Got it.
growing and aging. We're just not getting to that point of maturity. So I say that to say I think this next wave of artists, like this next generation, I think
Right.
consciously, I think we'll be healthier. I think we'll put it in a safer state. I think that we'll start to change the tides because of so many resources and everything. Like a lot of, and I don't. Oof, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't want to get attacked, but like a lot of people that have money are like a lot of people who are in the streets making their moves, making their money and
Right.
grinding, and
Yeah.
that reflects in the music. So you got like a middle class rapper like me. I'm not out there grinding for obvious reasons because I don't want to get caught up or anything like that because I'm trying to build a career for myself.
Facts. I feel
So it's just like
that.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's my art's going to take a hell of a lot longer to be seen than theirs because of what they're doing. They're able to put more money. They're able to get videos out there faster. They're able to do stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's like right now, hip hop is a reflection of what those people do and how those people live. So I think with us in hip hop getting mature and then us maturing, I think the next generation is you'll start to see different decisions. I don't think you'll
Yeah.
see as many deaths or drug related deaths or gang violence. Like in hip hop, that is. I think as time goes on, we will get smarter. I think we'll make better decisions. I think we'll be healthier and a little bit more conscious. Not like judgy or preachy, but I think we
Right,
will
I got
be
you.
I think we'll be in a better mind state in the next 10 to 15 years, maybe even shorter than that, because who knows? There's so many artists like me with a mindset, or Chris Crooks or Miles Lowe, and the tides could just switch like that. You never fucking know.
That is true,
I
man.
hope
That
that
is
answer
true.
makes sense.
I
I feel like I was kind of everywhere for a second, but
no,
I
no,
tried to
no,
reel it
no.
in.
I like your theory on it of hip hop pretty much maturing as it goes, and I definitely see that, especially where it came from now, even though there's still the little pumps of the world,
Right.
which you can say whatever you want to say. Either way, people are still rocking with the music.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a Billy Streams, dog, if you,
Yeah,
it worked.
it works, and you know what? The young man is getting paid, so good for him. Like, who am I to sit there and say anything to
Right.
him? So what are some artists that you admire and why?
Uh, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Mac Miller, Andre 3000, Killer Mike, Atmosphere. The list just fucking goes on, dog. Nipsey Hussle, may he rest in peace. Just so many different artists. And
Definitely,
why is because I feel like a lot of those guys got themselves out of a particular mind state. They grew, they were conscious, they got
definitely.
smarter, they got healthier because they understood that if they wanted their kids to live a better life, or if they wanted a better life for themselves,
Hmm.
then they had to change their ways. And sometimes that's hard because you have to flip, or you don't necessarily have to flip, but people think you're flipping on them when they call you phony. And just watching how they handle
Right.
it and how they like explain it, and just like, yo, man, like I love y'all, but at the end of the day, like I'm in a different space and I can't live the same way that I was living. And then
See,
hearing a
rap
lot of them
maturity
talk,
right there.
exactly. So
Full
it's
full
just like
circle.
it full circle. Shout out FCC. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like that, I love artists like that, and not even necessarily just like emotionally or consciously, just like the business moves they're making. Like, look at J.
Definitely.
Cole, man. Like people don't understand. Jay-Z put that man on Rock Nation and said, here's all your resources, but that's about it. I'm not going to tell you how to do this. If you're really
Hmm.
struggling and you need my advice, of course, you're my artist and I'm going to help you. But for the most part, I'm just giving you a platform. You figure out how to build your foundation. And it
Right.
may seem like it's harsh, but it's just like, no, that's exactly what he needed, because it proved that he didn't want like a handout or something like that.
Right.
So it's just like he literally built from nothing up. And the most impressive thing is whether people like his albums or not, is every time he drops an album, he's going platinum. Why? Because he
Yep.
has a million people that love him and that are loyal to him. It doesn't matter what he drops. He's worked so
Hmm.
hard that people appreciates like his character and what he's done and things over time. And the same thing with like Nipsey, the same thing with like Kendrick or
Yep.
like Jay-Z. It's like, bruh, like the music doesn't always have to be like the greatest thing ever, but it's always good. But on top of that, it's just like look at
Hmm.
all the other things that they have going on in their lives, and
Definitely.
they still manage to drop some hot fire and give you gems. And it's like, bruh, like you can't. Who doesn't want to be like that? Anybody who's in music or inspired by music, like who doesn't? And then you're inspiring millions of people. I look up to them and I want to be just like them. Like I take the energy. It's like, okay, like that's my family tree. That's how I look at it.
Right.
And it's just like y'all giving me all of this game, so it's my job to raise the platform or make something better or be because y'all gave me that energy. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
that's why like I have such an attachment to like the game and whatnot, because when you ask me when it's just like those are just, for example, basketball. So like
Right.
watching Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas in interviews and shit like that, like it's dope because they're part of a superstar lineage in basketball. Like how LeBron goes
Right.
to Magic and then they go to Hakeem. It's like, yo, y'all were all damn near gods of y'all sport. And it's just like that's how I look
Yep.
at them. But that's also how I look at myself. Like I'm a young blood coming up, and it's like I'm gonna be a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna be a legend because of the foundations that y'all set and what the highlights that y'all have and everything that y'all been into.
Definitely, man. I feel that wholeheartedly. But
Right.
you ready to get into some of these rapid questions?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, man. Rather be underdressed or overdressed?
Overdressed, overdressed, overdressed.
All right. Rather not brush your teeth or put on deodorant?
Oof, I would rather not put on deodorant.
Can't have that stink breath.
No, not at all. I'm a bartender. They'd be
Money.
like, "Oh no, I don't want that mojito, bro. I'm good." Like,
Exactly.
my bad. Go
You
ahead.
can, yeah, man. You'll be over there covered with alcohol. So that's all they gonna smell. That's a good point. All right. Money or intelligence?
Intelligence. Intelligence can make you an infinite amount of money.
Facts. No nosy neighbors or loud neighbors?
Loud neighbors, because I'm gonna beat a nosy neighbor's ass.
All right. Rather get permission or ask for forgiveness?
Okay. The little kid, and he's like, I'd rather ask for forgiveness.
Hey, that's me. Except in my marriage, that's a whole nother story though.
No, and honestly, that's where it's just like, yeah, but maybe not in that situation. I don't, you my piece. I don't want you to fucking cut my head off.
Hey, big facts. All right. Rather call or text?
I'd rather call. Well, it depends on the situation. If it's business, I'm calling your ass.
Oh
If
yeah,
it's,
big
hey,
facts.
brother, you see Kawhi go off for 40? Negro, you can text me that. You don't need to call me for that. You don't need to call me for that.
All right. Rather watch reality TV or documentary?
Documentary all day. Reality TV is fake, and that's the crazy part because it's called
Trash.
reality TV.
Trash TV. That's what I call it. Your worst job and why?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Damn,
I'm not
that
gonna
that
say
many
the
jobs?
I'm not gonna say the establishment, but
Okay.
there was a course of some sort, and I was bartending there, and the paler ones looked at me like I was not welcome, no matter how much I smiled and opened doors, and I was only there for 2 shifts before I left. Also, they may or may not have had legal trouble with racism. Just
Got you.
saying.
Say less. Don't need to say the company. That's totally fair. All
Yep.
right. Would you rather fly or do a road trip?
See, I drove from Michigan to Las Vegas twice and within 3 months. So I guess the answer would be road trip. If I have time and a solid
Mm-hmm.
car that's not gonna fall apart, and we have like some shit lined out, this is not a rapid answer, but like my
Right.
girl be
No, you're
planning
good.
out food locations in between that. So it's like that's different. Like, yeah, I want to do a road
Oh
trip,
yeah.
but if it's just like, yo, I need to get there, obviously I'm playing.
Got you. Name one person that inspires you.
My brother, Luther Harrell.
All right. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Energetic, intelligent, and clumsy.
Clumsy. All right. We're getting back to that one. All right. If you could hang out with one person for a whole day, who would it be?
Other than my girl.
Yeah, other than your girl, because she would kill you if you didn't
Uh,
say her.
you know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, Kendrick.
That's a
I
good
feel
one.
like we'd have some dope ass conversations. I feel like in a lot of ways, like we're the same, not the same person, but we're alike. Like he's way more out of his shell artistically than I am. I'm trying to get there, but I feel like him and I would have a lot of similar viewpoints. I feel like we could be some good friends, and
Okay.
that's just you genuinely speaking.
Okay. Are you a morning person or night owl?
I'm both, man. I can get up in the morning and do my thing, but I can also stay up until morning and do my thing.
All right. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
This is I give the answer. People are like, no, you can't do that. You can't
What is you
do
gonna
that.
say? All the
Oh,
superpowers.
what is it called? Like, is it omnipotent or something like that? Of course,
I don't know.
it means having all the powers. That's
See,
what
I
it
knew
means. It's
that's where you were
basically
going
like,
with it.
yeah.
You
But
know, hey,
if I obviously like that's a cheating answer, but honestly, it would probably be the power to generate water,
okay, why?
create
I gotta
water.
ask.
Because if I can do that, then like I can. if I can generate water in some way, shape, or form, I'm pretty sure I can survive in water. And my thing is, I love space, so I would love to find a
God.
particular planet and generate as much water as I can and see what happens. Like, can there be life created, or like what can I do with that generated power to like really create some dope shit and like help people, you
Right.
know, but also get far away from the government because I don't want to get test ran on me, and I don't trust them.
Facts. I
Not in
wouldn't
that
trust them either.
situation, I don't. If I had as a normal citizen, it depends on the situation. But as a superhero with powers, I would never ever trust the government.
No, they're gonna treat you like a lab rat. All
Yeah, no,
right.
I'm all right.
Worst thing you've ever eaten?
Oof. Um, it was a piece of cheese. It wasn't rotten though. It was like some exotic piece of cheese that just made me want to fight whoever gave it to me. I can't remember, but they were like, "Yeah, man, this is good." And I tried it, and I was like, "Bro, this tastes like you just I don't even know. Like you just dipped your toes in this and was like playing with it and tried to like, man, get this shit is disgusting, bro." I think he was trying to kill me. If I'm being
That
honest.
nigga was trying to kill me. All right, you need to stay away from that person. All right, man. What is your worst habit?
How my mind runs so fast that I'm forgetful.
Yeah, that's a bad habit I have too. I'm not gonna
It's just
lie.
like my mind is doing this, and it's like, dog, you definitely forgot that turn back there. And it was like, dang, that's why this didn't work. I thought I had it. And it's like, that's why it didn't work. I turned too early. Damn it. Like, yeah, nah. Like, and it can turn real fast. And I'll be like, damn, I did damage in a matter of like 15 seconds. That's crazy. I can clean it up fast, but it's just like, God, Vic. Sometimes I don't have
Nope.
the option to clean it up.
I've been there multiple times. Wife gets mad at me.
Oh,
What's
man.
the last movie you saw?
What was the last movie I saw? Naruto, the last.
The last? Oh, the last.
Yes.
So I'm watching Naruto right now, right? And I already
Uh,
finished the regular one, and now I'm on what is it?
Shippuden?
Shipped in. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Shippuden?
on that one
Or
right now.
Shippuden? Yeah,
I'm deep.
Shippuden.
Yeah, I'm
How
deep in
deep are
I'm
you?
deep in that.
Where you at?
Um, where am I at? The what is it? Him. He's finding the Madra.
Oh,
He's fighting
Madara?
him right now. Yeah, yeah. So they're fighting like that's the episode where they meet up, but it's not really him because the other one already, the real
Okay.
one showed up.
What's the relationship between Naruto and the Nine Tails?
He can get the Nine Tails power, but the Nine Tails is still technically locked up.
Okay, I know
Like
where you are.
he can go to that form.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, it's about to start to feel like a different show from this point on, and in a good way. Like it
Oh,
does not,
okay.
it does not slow. It gets so your jaw's going to be dropped. You're going to be like, what the fuck? How did you? You're gonna be sitting over there like, okay,
Confused?
like
Oh,
confused,
I'm
but at the
excited.
same time, I like very excited. Like, yo, what the fuck is next? Because if y'all doing this, anything's on the table. Like literally, anything's on the table. You're like,
Oh,
hey,
I'm
dog.
excited.
If I see Peter Griffin, I wouldn't be surprised right now.
All right, yeah, bro. You made me excited. Very excited. I know after football,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I'm
watch that.
exaggerating on that, but like the shit gets crazy, and you're like, fuck, fuck, this got deep and fast.
All right, all right. What was your first CD or tape you bought?
Sam Cooke.
Sam. All right. Are you an ass man or titty man?
I am a figure man.
All right.
Shaped man, because you don't gotta have a big booty. It's just gotta look nice. It ain't about having the biggest one. It's like does your booty complement your frame, your body, and does your body have the curves? And you don't necessarily gotta be necessarily skinny, but it's like does your
You
body
gotta be
make sense?
proportional.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even then, like I feel like a shallow bastard saying that because it's just like
No,
but
you
at the
good.
same time, but in that question, like man, people just see a big booty, like dang, that's A1, and it's just like, bro, as soon as you take the pants off, it's gonna go down to the back of her knees.
Mhm.
Like, come on, dog. No, I don't want to be body shaming. I'm just kidding. Love yourselves, ladies. I'm just talking shit. I love women who love themselves. That in itself is an attractive quality.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. Over there, spin some game. What is one ridiculous thing that you're scared of?
Being stuck in a small pipe for thousands of miles with no light and it's moist.
Oh.
And like it's really like I barely have enough shoulder room to do this. Like I couldn't turn around if I wanted to. So my only option is to
Let's
move
go.
forward. That's my biggest irrational. It's like, how are you going to get into that situation? I don't know. But at the same time, like that's my biggest fear. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
what do you do? I have a question. Why does it need to be moist?
it doesn't need to be moist, but it's just like I'll be thinking about the most uncomfortable positions in me. Like I fucking hate when my socks are wet. Like I will if I have a stadium and there's 75,000 people coming to see Vic and my socks get wet, oh you best believe we stopping the show and I'm getting some dry socks. I'm going viral. Call me bougie diva all you want. You wet my socks? Yeah, nah, I'll kick you up the stadium for that, bro. And then I will come to your house with a signed a CD and say sorry
My bad, my bad. I
with
was
a
just saying, should
signed
have watched the
CD.
interview.
And then you're
Should
gonna
have
be
watched
like,
the
"Where am
interview.
I gonna play this at?" And it's like you shouldn't have wet my socks. So you got a Vic Smith
Savage.
album that's fire, but you can't even play
You
it.
can't even play it. Go find a CD player. Go ahead.
And then wherever the nearest stores buy out all the CDs. Nah, I'm just playing. That's petty.
That's real.
That's
Over
Drake
some wet
petty.
socks.
That's Drake petty.
All right, all right. That's like the end of the rapid questions, but we got to go back when you describe yourself as clumsy. You
Yeah.
be tripping over you got two left feet.
It's not that type of clumsy. It's just like the type of stuff that happens to me is just like it's not normal. Like if I don't even know how to explain it, but like the type of stuff that happens, it really doesn't make sense, and you're like, bro, that only happens to you. And I'm sure like everybody feels that way. And I'm trying to find
Right.
like an example of something. It's like
That's what I
I
was gonna
really
ask.
can't. If my girl would say she'd be able to explain it, because like she's 1,000% convinced that like I have some wizardry about me, and I'm like, nah, like this shit just be happening. She's like, no, things just don't make sense for you, and you just have to accept that. And she's so serious about it. But like I'm clumsy, like the everything's fatal. Something that's small can turn into something big real fucking fast for me. And it's just like that doesn't even like I got into a car accident. She
Right.
barely had a scratch on her car, but my entire car was totaled.
God damn.
And it didn't make sense to me because I'm like, bruh, like a piece of her bumper, like barely in the corner, like 4 inches of it was hanging off, but my entire front hood gone.
Damn.
Like, there's no way I get the car back. And it's like, how does that happen, dog? Like, what?
Don't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. But like stuff like that happens to me, and I'm not giving the best examples. I'll remember after this, but I'm
Right.
telling you, like it. And it's like, oh, you dropped a piece of glass. Like, nah, not like that. Like, I dropped a piece of plastic that hit a spoon, that hit a piece of glass, and then it broke. And it's like, and it happens to be my mom's favorite wine glass. And it's like, nigga,
How? How
what?
do you?
That don't even make sense. And like, it'll go down just like that. Like, oh, you threw the plastic too hard. Like, nigga, in what universe? It's a
Bro,
piece
you
of
must.
paper.
I'm just saying, your parents must not believe you because I would like, well, this is what happened.
No,
They're
and
just looking at you
sometimes
like, bro.
sometimes my mom would be like, "Are you serious?" Like I got into a fight at school, and like I tried to kick this kid, but like I missed, and my shoe flew off and hit on and got on top of the school roof, and I'm not lying. Like, and I got RPC for that. And they were like, "Yeah, your son kicked somebody so hard his shoe ended up on the roof," and it's just like. How do you explain? I don't know, man. It's really weird, dog. Like weird stuff happens with me, and I've accepted it. Like it's like some Jim Carrey type shit, and it's like it's whatever, bro. It's whatever.
All right, I had to ask, man. I thought it was a little more simpler, but definitely not that simple.
No, and like it's not clumsy in the regular sense. Like you're not gonna see me just dropping a bunch of stuff. It's just like, damn, he actually got it together, and then something wild happens, and you really question, Vic, how did that happen to you? And
Right.
it's like I don't know. It just did. It just did.
All right, man. We can get back into music, man. We can get into this Liquid Roger, man. What was the
Yes.
inspiration behind this thing right here?
So a lot of my rappers growing up had alter egos, man. You had like Madlib, Jay Dilla, MF Doom, Fonte from Little Brother. Like a lot of people always had alter egos. So I thought it would be
Right.
cool to have like Liquid Rogers is based off this rapper named I can't believe Sean P.
Okay.
Um, Sean P is from New York. He's New York. His he's a crazy MC, but like he will always say really wild things. Like he got this song called "I Love You, Bitch." If you ever get a chance, go listen. And the
All right.
entire time, like he's saying he loves his girl, and it's authentic. But the shit that he's saying is just like, dog. Like, what is wrong with you, dog? Don't say that about your woman. But like, it's just really
I gotta
outrageous
listen
stuff
to
that's funny. No, I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? But no, so Liquid Rogers is just yo, man. He's just like the asshole side of Vic. It's just like saying what, like the opposite side of the Gemini. Just saying whatever I
it.
want,
Okay.
however I want. Like it don't matter who's around. Like it don't matter. It don't fucking matter. Like Liquid Rogers has no filter, none at all. So he just comes out and he says a bunch of stuff. And I think at some point somebody was telling me I wasn't like a lyricist. It was like, oh, you can't really rap. Like you be putting words together, but like I never hear you have like metaphors or things like that. And I kind of like when people tell me stuff like that, like I take it personal, like Michael Jordan does. And then I'm like,
Right.
all right, I'm gonna do a whole song as a metaphor with metaphors just to prove to you that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Just so that when you hear it, I have to explain to you how dope it is because you don't understand.
All right, man. Let's get into pretty much this song, man. I'm gonna pretty much play it for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because it is hella dope. Had
Hey,
me, jamming
thank you.
out, shaking my little dreads and everything.
Hey, you love to see it.
Mic check 1 2, what's up? Mic check 1 2, what's up? On my Liquid Roger shit though. I'm too fly, I'm too fresh, fresh to death. I got next. I'm too fly, I'm too fresh to death. You ain't no threat. I'm too fly, I'm too fresh to death. Collect these checks. I'm too fly, I'm too fresh to death. Fuck your set. Let's talk about the medium and how I'm never greeting them. You so alright like it's 3 p.m. You get it like it's 3 p.m. I call that an idiom. And I'm top dog like I'm Kenny Nim. Get a Dr. Punk, I might sock you up in the aftermath like Eminem. I said talk your shit, but you gon' need like mini men. I said empty all your pockets, nigga. He only got like 50 cents. Let's make a wager, let's take a bet. Fucking make it interesting. We squaring up, I can't feel my face. I call that adrenaline. Word.
It just like something wearing off your skin. I can smell it on you. It smell like hate. What the hate smell like? Racism. It smell like segregation. It smell like you need to keep yourself separate. Separate yourself from me, goddamn.
I'm too fly, I'm too fresh to death. I got next. I'm too fly, I'm too fresh to death.
Oh man, that shit bangs, bro. I'm too fly. I'm too fresh to death. Hey, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a
Wish I was
baller. I
a
wish I had
baller.
a girl
Bro,
like you.
I was thinking real hard. I'm like, where did he sample this from?
Yeah,
Bro.
it's the same sample. Yeah. That's what drew me to it. I was like, yo, I was like, the old heads gonna mess with this because like, no disrespect saying old heads, but like they gonna mess with this because it's gonna remind them of that. And I'm short and bald, just like old boy. So like, it's just they gonna see me on stage, and it's like, okay. So it's just like it was a perfect mixture, and it was just so much energy. It's like, all right, just go ham, have fun, go stupid, go back to being
Yeah,
that
man.
17-year-old in the studio and shit.
Yeah, man. It's a real dope song. It's a real headbanger, bro. It puts me in a good mood, to be honest, bro. And you were in there talking your shit as well.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm glad that I can do that. That's legitimately what I make music for. Is for that result.
Well, you doing a good job, man. A1 right
Thank
there.
you.
All right, but let's get into some of these lyrics, man, because this one flew right over my head. I ain't gonna lie, I can't catch everything. I can't catch everything. But go ahead, rap it for the people and then explain it.
Okay, so so let's talk about the medium and how I'm never greeting them. You so right, like it's 3 p.m. You get it like it's 3 p.m. So that whole thing is like when I write like this, a lot of times like I'm being too intelligent, I guess. So it's like, let's talk about the medium. I'm talking about like, I'm basically saying fuck the middleman. So medium
Yeah.
is in the middle. It's just another way of saying middleman. So let's talk about the middleman and how I'm never greeting them. And it's just reaffirming that you so right, like it's 3 p.m. You get it like it's 3 p.m. And it's just like me going off. So I'm just like basically just talking shit about like, man, like I go straight to the source and I am the source. I'm not worried about anybody in between.
Definitely. And then, like I said, that 3 p.m. right angle went right over my
Yeah,
head.
man. Yeah, dog. I just wanted to be stupid. I was like, "You so right, like it's 3 p.m." And then even I think even Low was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "I was like a right angle on the clock," and he was like, "I was like, but hey,
Yeah,
man, like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be so slick with it that it's just like you didn't catch it, just so I could bring it to your attention and be like, see, I'm doper than you thought, huh?" Like it was low
exactly.
key, just like me taking revenge a little bit.
It was that person that was talking shit. Sometimes you got to do that, talk shit back.
And sometimes I
Right.
just don't remember these people, and that's the bad part. But I use the motivation in a healthy way. I try to at least.
Yeah, man, you have to. You have to. I
Yeah.
love when people doubt me and talk their shit and tell me I can't do nothing. Because absolutely love proving people wrong. That
Oh
gives
yeah,
me so much motivation.
yeah. One of life's greatest joys for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. And then these next bars right here, this shit was cold.
Oh yeah, that I call that an idiom. And I'm top dog like I'm kinging them. Get a Dr. Punk, I might sock you up in the aftermath like Eminem.
Like I'm
So again, just talking about like the lineage of aftermath. So Dr. Dre, obviously, the Eminem video, aftermath, like the label, top dog, Kenny. The idiom again is another play on words. I don't think anything was actually an idiom, but I'm just saying like I'm just being stupid. Basically, again, is what I'm
right.
saying. Just to go back into another bar. And it's just like, okay, like I'm coming at y'all head right now. And I need y'all to understand right now. I'm just playing around. I'm not even being crazy serious.
Mm. And hey, sometimes you got to let them know, like, hey, I'm just playing around and I'm still killing this shit. Go ahead, fuck with me if you want to.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, please don't sleep on the fact that I've been writing for damn near 20 years. Like I do this shit with intention.
Right. And then pretty much the next bars right after those ones, man, still cold.
Yeah, it's like I said, talk your shit, but you gonna need like mini men. I said, empty all your pockets, nigga. You only got like
Only
50
got like
cents.
50 cents.
And again, it's the whole aftermath thing. I'm just going down the goddamn tree. Like talk your shit if you want to, but you gonna need a lot of niggas to back you up. Like you talking all of that shit, but you broke. Okay, my nigga. Like, all right.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Gotta talk your shit. And then this one right here, man, like I said, this shit just made me laugh. When homeboy was just in there talking this shit.
Adam Rose, aka Bixby knows. I can smell it on you. I can smell the hate. Bro, it's crazy because he just went in there and he was just freestyling. Like, I hit him up and he's like, I want you on this. And he was like, what you need me to do? And I was like, bro, just act the fool. Just be Bixby knows. I was like, just talk your shit. And he was like, he gave me a smirk and he was like, say less. Bro got into the booth and was in there for 15 minutes and he was just wilding out. I think we laughed at everything he said. Some shit was a little bit more inappropriate than others, and we couldn't unfortunately put it, on the project. I was like, but
Right.
everything that man was saying was gold. And that's what I was saying earlier. If we had like bloopers, I think the bloopers may get more love than the song. To be honest, Rose is a funny dude. He could be a comedian if he wanted to. He's an artist though, and he's very dope. So shout out to the Rose Parade, Adam Rose.
Got you. And like you gotta listen to the whole song because then there's another part in there that your homeboy says, and it was like your face is all wrinkled up. It looks like between the fingernail and the knuckle. Bro, I was in tears, bro. I was laughing my ass off when he was saying that.
Yeah,
It
bro.
was
When he
like you
said
need to
that,
iron your face.
I was like, bro, that's a bar, dog. I was like, he's going ham, but like that was the whole point. It's like we goofing around, but we going ham. Like, don't mess with
Yeah.
us, bro.
Oh, that shit was funny, man. Iron your face, man.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my god.
Classic, bro. Classic.
Oh yeah, man. I would love to meet him. He seemed like a fool, bro. He
Bro,
honestly does.
he's a natural entertainer. Like he don't come out to entertain you, but just who he is as a person is just naturally entertaining.
Oh,
He's a
those are
cool
the
dude.
best type of people.
Yeah, just he's a cool dude.
So do you have any lyrics in there that you want to discuss?
Probably like the second verse. I still like it. That fucking with my Quavo, I might offset my takeoff. Father niggas like Vadar, seeing her on my radar. My balls wet like a lake. Sunday niggas like Luke Walton, because Phil Jackson often said he was very close to Luke Walton. I think a lot of people don't really, unless you're like a heavy basketball person, I don't think you really understand that. So I'm also talking about Luke Walton, and then I jump into what I said, father niggas like Luke. Whoa, what did I say? Yeah, father niggas. What? Hold on, I'm not bad, y'all. My bad. Let me think. Fucking with this table, I might offset my takeoff. Balls wet like a lake. Sunday niggas like Luke and jacking them. There it is. So it's like Sunday niggas like Luke because of Phil Jackson and jacking them for their paper. So it was again, it was like a whole. It was
Play
a whole
on words
play
right
on
there.
words. So I'm just jumping around because I'm talking about the Lakers, my balls being wet, and talking about Lonzo Ball shooting threes, but also the fact that the logo of the Lakers is a basketball. So my balls are wet like a Laker. Like it was just that whole thing. And I jumped into like Star Wars references, and it was just like, okay, see how far out I can go just to reel this shit back in. Like it doesn't matter. I can do this with anything, and just barring the shit out the whole way through. So it was just, I think that's a song people should really go to, and just like, if you ever question me as an MC or like my skill or how I can do something, just go listen to LiquidRogers. Just go there, and you'd be surprised, because I put a lot of intention and a lot of care and love into the motherfucking lyrics, even if I am just goofing around, you know.
Yeah, man, you were playing, and like I didn't want to bring it up because I like giving opportunities for the artist to bring certain bars up, but to me
Right.
that was the coldest bars in the whole song, bro.
Wait, which one?
No, I'm saying the ones just brought up.
Okay, yeah. No, and
That
that
shit was
was like
cold.
that was the second verse, and it was just like, okay, this is what I do. So I still enjoy that track, and the fact that you're hitting me and we're talking about it now means that I did it right. So I'm glad this interview came about. It makes me feel real good about the job on the song that I did.
Yeah, man, you killed that shit, man. It's a song, and honestly, like I said earlier, the whole project is a fucking gem, to be
Thank
completely
you.
honest with you.
I
So
appreciate
like for the audience, definitely go check the project out. I'll put that link down there in the description, and the link to pretty much LiquidRogers. I'll put that link down there as well. Gotta listen to that whole thing because that shit is a banger, but that shit also make you crack up. No lie.
Man. It's an experience. The whole album is an experience. It's love, it's laughter, it's some pain, it's some awkwardness in there, but that's the whole point. It's the whole experience, the whole ride.
Definitely. So are you ready for these Hot 16? You ready for that?
Yeah, man. Chris did it. Low did it. You know, we got to keep the lineage going, everything. So I guess I got to bar some stuff out. Yo, I wish a nigga would like a kitchen cabinet. Yo, nah, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I wouldn't dare. Let me stop messing up.
Do it again.
I got you.
Go ahead. Stretch out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, tried to play me, they got dropped. Got me feeling like I'm pop. Only God can judge me now with middle fingers to the ops. Y'all should know the fucking drill. Touching bills nonstop. He was coming down my lane, that's why his body got dropped. They would have released, that's a flop. Wordplay is on top. See me dogging all these niggas, watch me flip the script go off. What's the cost? Yeah, these niggas lying, I swear to God they bought. Man, I guess a few G's really got you niggas lost. So long. On a real man, just tell me what you do it for. Cause y'all been getting way too reckless for me to ignore. So when they coming at your door, just know it's fucking wrong. And y'all been killing all my culture, I've been so appalled. And I say rest in peace to Donda, it's 444. And I'm the hardest artist out. I put that on my guard. And if you don't agree, it's not your business. Trick, don't get involved.
Bars.
Bars.
Thank you for blessing the show with them bars, bro.
Thanks for having me on, man. This has probably been, goddamn, top top 2 interviews for fucking sure. Probably one other person that I've had so much fun with on the interview for sure.
That's good, man. Like I said, I just want people to have fun with it. I don't want people to come on here and be all serious. Like you got to break out of that shell. Like the good
Nah,
thing
for
is,
real.
majority of everyone's like performers and entertainers, so they come on here and they're fine for the most part.
Right, right. Yeah, it seems like you did a
So
pretty good job of choosing the people that come on as well, man. Again, I've scrolled down your Instagram page and I'm like, wow, you got some quality artists on this joint. So I'm excited for the brand and what you do in the future for sure, for sure.
thank you, thank you. Well, that's enough about little old me, man. How about you shout out any promotions that you got going on? Because I know you got some events.
So let me think. September 24th, Rebel Lounge, Phoenix, Arizona. I want to say show starts at 9. We got hip hop and poetry. FCC is going to be there. Miles Lowe, Vic Smith, Mike Xavier, Randy Ineke, Jerry the Black, Tanner Marie. It's going to be a lot of people out there. Brooke Gaber, Tiffany Hubbs. This is going to be the whole hip hop and poetry crew is going to be crazy. And then October 6th, we've got LA, same thing, hip hop and poetry, and I think that's probably going to end off the year with that. But it's going to be exciting, man. So shout out to hip hop and poetry, shout out to FCC, shout out to Vegas, all the artists working hard. There's way too many of y'all to name. I'm not even gonna put myself into that boiling pot. I was like, but y'all know who y'all are. Keep grinding. Shout out to Eves, man. Shout out to Denver, and shout out to the Detroit Lions. I hope y'all still winning right now. This is not going to age well. This is not going to age.
Nah, bro. Hold on. I think y'all are still, yeah, bro. Y'all still winning. Y'all good.
Cool.
You got any upcoming projects that are about to drop?
It's funny. I do, but I don't because I try to be secretive, and maybe I shouldn't anymore. It's been about 3 years since Mamie Lewis dropped, which LiquidRogers is on, and I think I've improved as an artist so much more since then. So I'm working on 2 projects. I'm working on like an EP,
Okay.
and that's gonna have some interesting tracks. I got a lot of features on that
Okay.
joint, but it is not without intention. I have a lot of features for a purpose.
All right.
And then I'm working on my new project, like my joint, my junior album, my graduation, if you will.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to set things off with this one, and the title of that joint is called World's Favorite. So we gonna see what happens.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna be looking out for them right there. Do you got any timelines that you want to say?
I don't like to put timelines on stuff. Maybe I should because I probably get it done faster. But I have a lot of tracks that I'm sifting through. The thing is, when it comes to albums, like the feel and the experience has to be right the whole way through. Not every track necessarily has to be like a banger, but everything has to make sense. And when it comes to albums, I like to take my time and craft it because I want people 20 years from now, regardless of whether I'm on Drake level or not, or Cole Kendrick's level, I still want people to listen to it as if that album could have been on that level. So I just take my time with it. So I mean, I ain't gonna be too long. I definitely want to have this joint done, well before the end of 2023. But as far as a release, I don't know. I'm trying to go ham, so it might be some some visuals and stuff. You never know. So it's like that takes a little bit longer, but yeah, it's gonna be a whole experience, a whole rollout.
Yeah, man. I respect the people who pretty much put quality over quantity because
Right.
that matters, man. You got to make sure the album flows, and if it doesn't flow well, it gives the audience like a what are we doing? What are we doing here? So I get it.
Much like a movie, if you got a bunch of random scenes and no plot, it's just like, okay, dog. I mean, it
I'm
looked cool,
confused.
but like I don't. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't like. I like for the album to flow. I like to feel like you're listening to a movie, damn near. And I like for it to have its flows, and I like for people to take them on a journey, and that takes a lot of intention and thought. So
Definitely. So, man, how about you shout out your social media and so where people can find you?
So y'all can find me VicSmith.me everywhere except for Twitter. They don't allow me to do dot. So it's like VicSmith_me. My website is VicSmith.me. If you want to go Google Vic Smith Music or VicSmith.me, same thing. I try to keep it mad simple. So again, VicSmith.me. VicSmith_me.
Mm-hmm. Got you, man. And Pretty much the last question, man. What is your goal in this music industry?
My goal in this music industry is to do exactly what like Cole, Jay-Z, and Kendrick did. I'm just trying to build me a solid fan base of 1 million plus people. I mean, like real people. I'm trying to go on, world tours, get my name up, get my dough, and then start repaying back everybody. Start planting seeds. Start doing very dope things. I don't know what that looks like as of right now, but I do have a slight idea. But I do know that first is conquering the world as an artist, and not necessarily saying like I own everything, but I gotta do my world tours. I gotta make my money. I gotta get my platinum records. I gotta make my legacy. That's the goal. It's continuing the legacy, dropping fire music, coming out with videos, and I have a little plan.
I got a little plan.
Yo,
All
this
right, all
next
right, man.
5 years is gonna be crazy. The world is gonna be put on notice of who Vic Smith is, and I'm sure of that.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, we're gonna be looking out for the projects. We're
Most
gonna look out
definitely.
for them. Hopefully, some visuals, any other songs, features that are about to happen. We'll be looking for it.
I got some tracks with some people that I'm trying to keep it a secret. I want that
All right,
shot.
bro. We'll keep it hush hush mode then, bro. We don't say less. That is a okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I want balls drop.
all right, my lyrical heads. We're gonna get up out of here. So, like, comment, subscribe to Lyrical Minds. Until next time, deuces.